we're going to dive right into the use of auction insights and the bid simulator. These are typical tools that we use when planning new campaigns and optimizing existing ones. It is also useful for research pertaining to content marketing and media buying outside of AdWords because it helps you to infer the potential value of traffic for specific topics. If you want to start by producing a list of your existing AdWords campaigns, then you'll notice under the budget column, there is a small graph next to your budget. So let's just select the campaign that we're going to work with. Now, once you click on this little graph, as I'm doing here, it will open up the bid simulator. Now, for paused or inactive campaigns, this option won't be available because it makes it a bit harder for people who simply use Google for all their online research without buying from AdWords. So we've opened up the bid simulator now, and a little cautionary note here. You need to be careful what you select. If you are like me and you work late at night, you don't want to be clicking on the wrong thing and clicking on apply, because what that will do is it will make an instant adjustment as to the budget that you spent. Great. So now the default view that you can see here when we're opening this up is on the left-hand side, you will see that it's got the total amount of impressions for the campaign. Now, this is a great metric for branding, but if you're interested in actual clicks or in the daily spend, you can change that on the far right-hand side on the top here. And you can switch the metrics to clicks or to cost if you wish. Now, the visual representation that we see in front of us is price elasticity. And it shows you that if you increase your budget and specific metrics, what effect it will have on your visitor volume. And if you look specifically on the left column, you will see that we've got max cost per click. And this is actually indicated in percentage increments. And this is the key metric that Google wants you to adjust to increase your campaign volume. Currently, we're viewing this graph in what is known as bid scaling. If you look all the way towards the top here on the right-hand side, you can change that to campaign-wide. And notice now how the left column changes to a specific cost per click metric. You might have a preference for which mode you'd like to view the bid simulator in. At this point, I'm going to switch back to bid scaling, and I'm going to hover over specific areas of the graph. And what you notice if you hover over various areas, it will show you at each particular point here what the total cost would be for a percentage increase. If you read the data set below, you'll notice that there's some more critical information, such as the total amount of clicks that you can gain, the total cost, the impressions, and also the additional daily budget compared to your existing budget. If you did want to quickly scale up without doing any research, you'd select one of these options on the left, for example, this one here that says 100%, and you would click on apply and the campaign will just scale up. But my question to you at this stage is, how then can we increase the scale at which we run for a search campaign without actually increasing the cost per click? And if you think about it carefully, the answer would be that either by adding and testing more keywords around a similar cost per click, or by duplicating the keywords that's already working well onto another search engine such as Bing Ads in order to gain additional market share. Now let's quickly produce an auction insight report. So I'm just going to leave this view that we've got here, and we're going to take one of our campaigns, select the campaign from the list so that we open it up. And once it's opened, if you just scroll up towards the area where it says More, click on it, and then select Auction Insights. This helps you to benchmark your own site's performance against that of your competitors. The specific metrics that we've got here would be impression share and the average position, and a few other metrics also here that you may find useful for your own research. The Insight report can be segmented, which is great for measuring mobile performance and other segmented views. So to do this, look down a little bit towards the right, and you'll find that there's a segment graph. And if you click on the button, then you're just going to select device. Now you'll see what your competitors are doing in relation to you for different devices. And this report can then be downloaded as a PDF, and you can use that for continued research. You can, of course, also manipulate this data within Google AdWords depending on your own needs.